canal do YouTube aqui que fala, peguei o clipe hoje aqui para gravar um vídeo para vocês de Surgeon Squad. Isso aqui, porque ontem meu gravador deu um problema, só eu tive que... Então eu não gravei, né? Aí eu arrumei o problema e aqui estamos nós. Eu vou dar uma parada rapidinho aqui e eu já volto.
And welcome to
Então, galera,
Surgery
estamos
Squad
aqui de volta, vamos lá.
Cataract Surgery. I'm Dr. Susie, and I'll be guiding you through this
Doutora
procedure
Suzy tá
today.
falando aqui, né? Não vamos
A
dar
cataract
pra
is a
ela,
clouding
vocês
of
vão
the
ver o que
lens
eu
inside the
vou
eye.
fazer.
The lens is located behind the pupil and focuses light on the retina. A cataract causes loss of vision that can't be corrected with glasses, contact lenses, or even LASIK, so it must be surgically removed. We are going to remove the clouded lens and replace it with a new one called an intraocular lens, or IOL. The surgery takes about an hour and can be done on an outpatient basis. Today, our patient is a 66-year-old woman who has noticed an increased blurriness in her vision, as well as decreased night vision. She saw her eye professional, and she detected cataracts and recommended her to us for surgery.
Legal.
Let's begin.
Essa é a doutora Suzy,
First,
não é?
we need to administer a relaxing sedative intravenously. This will make the patient drowsy, but not put her to sleep.
Tem que limpar isso aqui. Ai, não, já imagino como é que esse vai ter que botar. Na veia dela. Ai, Jesus! Jesus! Ai, Jesus!
Just prior to surgery, additional drops of anesthetic are applied.
Vamos lá. Tem que aplicar um negócio no olho dela. É a cirurgia no olho, galera. Pra vocês que não sabem.
We'll use a device called a speculum to hold the eye open wide during the procedure. Place the speculum for me, please.
Eu acho que você já sabe o que vai acontecer aqui. Vamos lá, ninguém.
We begin the surgery with a small, painless initial side port incision.
Socorro.
This is called a limbo corneal incision. It's done by making a small cut in the limbus with a crescent knife.
Não, galera, não vou fazer isso aqui não. Não vou mais não. Pelo amor de Deus. Oh, Jesus. Olha aqui. Meu Deus.
Next, we use the crescent knife to make a corneal tunnel into the anterior chamber of the eye.
Ai, Jesus. Não, 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 não. Ai, ai, vai doer.
A thick, transparent viscoelastic fluid is injected to fill the space between the cataract and the delicate underside of the clear cornea in front of it. This is done to keep the cornea from collapsing during the procedure. Help me out and inject the fluid into our patient's eye.
Por que eu ainda faço negócio desse pra vocês, hein? Por quê? Não sei, eu sou maluco. Eu faço negócio desse pra vocês. Por quê? Eu sou doido.
Now we need to make a 2.85 millimeter wide incision at the edge of the cornea for the cataract removal.
Vamos ver o que vai
This is
dar.
done with an extremely thin diamond scalpel. A bent needle is inserted into the incision and used to poke a hole into the clear sac that holds the lens with the cataract.
Esse aqui você só clica. Você só clica e não tem nenhum coisa pra você pegar, nada. Só
The
clica.
needle is dragged
E
to
ele faz
cut
o
a
trabalho
line in the
automático
sac.
pra você, não tem como você errar. Isso aqui é
With
só
the
pra
incision
ensinar.
made, we'll insert the forceps to grab the torn sac and tear a circle out of it.
Ai, ai. Ui. Galera, eu tô toda arrepiada. Socorro.
Now you will need to inject fluid into the incision to separate the lens from the capsule.
Eu já tô chorando de medo. Tô chorando de medo. Se você...
This causes the lens capsule to float so that it can be rotated during the next step. We'll now perform phacoemulsification, or phaco. This is done by using ultrasound to break up the affected lens so it can be removed from the eye. To do this, we pulse and drag the device to cut across the cataracted lens.
Todos os outros. Isso ajuda muito pra mim.
We repeat the phaco from the other direction to create 4 pieces.
Socorro! Você não imagina o que eu tô fazendo aqui. Nossa, o que eu tô fazendo? Eu sou idiota demais, eu tô fazendo um vídeo desse, não sei o que eu tô fazendo. Mas daqui a pouco vamos fazer
The phaco is then used to suction out the pieces of the old limbs.
Não vou dar spoiler, né?
I'll need you to remove the last remaining soft cataract material out of the eye, leaving behind the clear, empty lens capsule. When you're done, inject more viscoelastic fluid into the lens capsule to keep it from collapsing.
Pra quem não sabe que eu moro no Ceará, eu vou dar só um spoiler de onde eu moro. Moro no Ceará, tenho 11 anos de idade. Eu tenho 11 anos de idade, acabei de fazer agora. Não foi exatamente agora, foi ano passado. Então eu tô...
The flexible intraocular lens is rolled up for insertion by the assistant and placed in a soft tube. The IOL is now injected through a tube into the vacant lens capsule. A probe is used to spin the lens into place. The thick fluid we added to the eye will need to be removed, and any remaining microscopic cataract fragments should be rinsed out as well. The incisions in the eye are generally self-sealing. Very rarely that we need to add a suture to close the incision. In our patient's case, we don't need any sutures. The lens is now in place. Our patient will need someone to drive her home after cataract surgery, and she shouldn't drive until she's cleared at her follow-up appointment tomorrow. We'll prescribe medicated eye drops to use several times each day for a few weeks after the cataract surgery, and she'll need to wear a protective eye shield while sleeping or napping for about a week after surgery. A special pair of twin-stop sunglasses will also need to be worn to protect her eye from sunlight and other bright light as her eye recovers. You did a great job today, surgeon. While you're here, try your hand at one of our other surgeries here at surgerysquad.com.
An ingrown toenail happens when the edge of the toenail grows down and into the flesh of the toe. When this occurs, there is usually a moderate amount of pain, redness, and swelling around the toenail. An ingrown toenail is usually caused when extra pressure is applied to the toe due to shoes that are too tight or too loose, improperly trimmed toenails, foot or toe deformity. Our patient is ready, so let's begin by disinfecting the toe.
Olha como é que está. Vê? Ai, Jesus, então. Tá bom, vamos ter que pintar o dedo dele. Eita, eu vou pintar a unha também. Estamos pintando a unha, né? Eu vou pintar o pé. Caraca, eu vou pintar o. Eu vou pintar. Estamos pintando o pé do cara aqui, né? Isso aqui é só para uma boa cirurgia. Uma boa cirurgia, viu? Nós pintamos as unhas dele, né? Aqui. Pintamos a unha do cara. Né? Pintamos a unha do cara aqui. Vamos lá. Continuar o baú.
Now, we need to numb the toe with a local anesthetic. We'll have to inject the anesthetic in several locations around the toe.
Não deixaria fazer isso em mim.
Great. Now we'll wait a few minutes for the toe to get numb. First, carefully slide one blade of the nail anvil under the affected nail. We're going to go down the nail until we feel a little bit of resistance. Our patient's going to feel some pressure as we cut away the ingrown nail. Take the forceps and carefully remove the ingrown nail. It's getting kind of messy in there. Let's clean up that blood. See that small bit of pale yellow substance right there? It looks like the patient has a bit of infection in the toe. Firmly squeeze the That toe is starting to look much better, but we're not done yet. Next, we're going to apply some phenyl acid to the wound. This will help ensure that the problem of ingrowth will not reoccur in this toe. When you're done inserting the acid, I'll remove the tourniquet and we'll finish up. Finish by applying some antibiotic ointment on a sterile gauze pad. Place it against the toe and wrap it in a gauze bandage. Fantastic job! Since there was some obvious infection, our patient will be sent home with a prescription for some antibiotics. And that's how we remove an ingrown toenail. You did a great job today. While you're here, try your hand. I'm Dr. Jeff, and I will be guiding you through this delicious procedure today. Nothing helps me relax more after a challenging day in the OR than cooking a fine meal. Our subject today is a 24-pound turkey who is nicely thawed and ready to be the big star. Can you pat the turkey dry with some paper towels as I remove the gizzards and neck from the body cavity? Great work. Let's wash up and get cooking. No matter what size bird you're working with, it's important to remember to keep it moist. If the bird is too dry, your guests might have to lie and tell you how delicious the turkey is, when they really wish they were eating a TV dinner. Here's how I prepare a turkey to keep it moist. There's about 45 minutes left. Time to remove our foiled tent and check. Smelling great. There's some nice drippings in the pan for gravy. Everything seems okay, but let's see where we are with the bird's temperature. Most turkeys come with this little pop-up device that's supposed to tell you when your bird is done. Thing is, it's not always accurate. That's where you need the meat thermometer. It's going to give you the most accurate temperature. We're looking for a temperature of 161 degrees for the white meat and about 180 degrees for the dark. So it's not quite ready yet. Let's leave the foil off so the turkey can get a nice layer of browning on it. I've got to get back to my guests. Here he is, all nice and brown and ready for carving. First, cut here in this thin layer of skin that holds the thigh. Our subject is, well, gone, but everyone else is recovering nicely. They'll want to rest thoroughly to let their food digest. Guys might... Our subject is, well, gone, but everyone else is recovering nicely. They'll want to... You did a great job today. Thanks for your help in the kitchen. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.